Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Call of Duty mobile video. The Type 25 Bloody Vengeance is considered as one of the most popular legendary blueprints in the game because it was the only legendary Type 25 for a very long time, and also it had decent iron sights. The Chinese Call of Duty mobile has decided to give Type 25 Bloody Vengeance free for all. That's right. So it will be a free legendary in the Chinese Call of Duty mobile. I don't quite understand why it's free right now, but the way you are going to unlock it is going to be absolutely same as how you unlock the S36 Popos and the recent legendary M4 in the Chinese version. You will have to do some missions, obviously. You'll have to log into the game, you'll have to play some matches, and they are very easy to complete. I could grab the legendary M4 because I did all the missions and that was worth it. For the Type 25, it's the same story. Unfortunately, this is not happening in the Garena or the global version. This is just for your information. And those people who play Call of Duty Mobile Chinese version, they should be really happy and proud of their version of the game. Now, every day I get a lot of questions regarding the Mach 10 Legacy Blueprint, the Bast title, why it is not there yet. That was actually a question for me too, because I literally waited for it and it didn't come. I had hopes in the very last day, but still it didn't come. According to Word of Bast, the Legacy Type 25 was a huge drop-down sale. So now that developers may scrap the entire Legacy variant, or they will try to make Legacies with unique designs and new models instead of using the same old Cold War weapons. Now since Mach 10 is taken directly from Cold War, maybe that is why we didn't get it. But that's a shame because compared to the Type 25 Phoenix Inferno, I genuinely liked the Legacy Mach 10. It was so good because it had a cat in it and looked so fun. Even the iron sight is not a problem because Mach 10 is mostly used in very close range. This is such a bad news because they literally made the gun for Call of Duty Mobile and it's not there. I really hope if they bring it back, doing some changes. But right now there's no news about it coming back. In the new season, we're gonna get the Bullet Impact. I have made a separate video about Bullet Impact. You can go and watch it. If not, it simply means the hit pinch that you feel when you are being shot by a given gun. According to Leakers on Duty, Bullet Impact is now officially ready in the game. And here are different weapons and their Bullet Impact. When you are being shot by a Fennec, you will feel a Bullet Impact of 0.9. And this is also same for the Mach 10. Now the Bullet Impact being less than 1 is obviously because these are very light submachine guns. Then moving on to guns with Bullet Impact of 1.1, we have the M16, ICR-1, DRH, and surprisingly there is light machine gun Holger, and then as SMGs we have GKS and Striker 45. You'll understand this better if you move on to the guns with Bullet Impact of 1.3. And when it comes to 1.3, we have AK-47, SM-10, Man of War, and EM2. Now if we compare guns like ICR-1 and AK-47, you will naturally feel like AK-47 will have a higher bullet impact because it looks heavy, right? And think about Man of War. So that's why these guns have bullet impact of 1.3 instead of 1.1. Now when it comes to Orden, XPR-50, SVD, M21 EBR, PKM, and Crossbow, they all have a bullet impact of 1.5, and right now that's the highest. Now think about it. Orden having 1.5 bullet impact and it is the same as snipers such as XPR-50 and SVD. So you will feel like you are being sniped with the Orden. That's going to be crazy. However, there are some attachments that provides 10% more bullet impact. For Type 25, we have the SP Mag. For BK-57, we have 7.62mm caliber mag. For HVK-30, we have the large caliber mag, the QQ-9's 10mm caliber mag, and the PP-19 Bizon's large caliber mag. There are some attachments that provides 20% more bullet impact. Those are the Kilo 141's 100 round drum mag, DRH's OTM mag, HGR-556 5.56 caliber mag, and the Striker 45's 0.5 piercing rounds. Makes sense, right? Now interestingly, there are some attachments that will even provide 50% more bullet impact, and those are the ASOL's 15 round FMJ mag that actually works like a semi-auto sniper. Then we have CR56 M67 mag, that's all same as that, and the Orden's duplex mag. Now what happens here is that if you equip Orden's duplex mag with Orden, that will have a bullet impact of 2.25, and that's huge. However, there are also attachments that will lower the bullet impact by 10%. And those are the AK-47's 5.45 caliber mag and Dobra's Sorokin 140mm auto barrel. You shouldn't feel that much of bullet impact when you are being shot with auto Dobra, so it's practical again. If you move on to the gun adjustments, the Razorback's rapid fire attachment got a nerf. Right now it has no cons, but in new season it will have greatly decreased first range and slightly decreased second range, and the bullet hit rate is also increased by 10%. It's true that the rapid fire attachment gives increased fire rate, but you will have to deal with these too. When it comes to Fennec, for multiplayer, the range is now decreased from 13, 18, 24 to 11.5, 17, 24. so they have only touched the first 2 ranges. Also, the flinch is increased from 1.4 to 1.5. This is the flinch that you will feel when you are being shot if you have a Fennec in your hand. When it comes to CBR4, they have increased the flinch. Earlier it was 0.8, now it's 1.1, and the ADS bullet spread is also increased. It took them nearly 2 years to nerf CBR4. Do you think it's a good idea? I actually enjoyed playing with the CBR4, especially if you have the legendary version. You'll be unstoppable, but not anymore. Moving on to XPR50, it will have increased YKM Ghost Stock flinch. Now this is only if you equip the YKM Ghost stock. The flinch will be increased by 5%. They have also buffed the following guns. The Kilobolt action will have increased base reload speed of 15%. Dopra will have decreased aim shake when firing. Now right now we have incredible aim shake. I'm actually so happy that they are going to do this because you can literally see how much of aim shake it has. Man Novo's hit flinch is decreased from 0.5 to 0.45. Not a huge change, but when you are using it in long range, it will be really beneficial. HG40's spin to fire delay is decreased from 140 milliseconds to 120 milliseconds. The base reload speed of M4LMG is increased by 8%. MK2's ADS time is also decreased. Earlier it was 420 milliseconds. In new season it will be 390 milliseconds. This is going to be good. When it comes to Peacekeeper, they have made some adjustments. If you use the sturdy grip tape, the flinch reduction is not as what it was before. Earlier it had 90% flinch reduction, but in new season we have just 70%. When it comes to firm grip tape, the flinch reduction will be increased from 20% to 30%. Moving on to score streaks, the only change they have done is the UAV's duration is decreased from 20 seconds to 18 seconds. You'll not actually see the difference, but it will make a huge difference in the gameplay. When it comes to operator skills, they have buffed the tactical redeployment. The duration is now increased from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, and the recharge time is also decreased from 300 seconds to 270 seconds. They nerfed it very recently and they are going to buff it in new season. When it comes to equalizer, damage is immensely increased. Within 15 meters to 20 meters, it will deal a damage of 25 instead of 20, and within 20 meters to 25 meters, it will deal damage of 20 instead of 17. That's a huge buff in my opinion. They have nerfed the C4 again. Now it will have reduced explosion radius of 4.5 meters instead of 5 meters, and Molotovs, the burning radius is decreased from 4 meters to 3.5 meters. And the only perk they're gonna change is the survival training. Earlier it had a cooldown of 30 seconds. In the new season, it will be just 20 seconds. That's a huge buff. Did you notice few hours ago, Call of Duty Mobile's official Twitter gave everyone a redeemable code that you can see right here. And when you use that code, you got 110 code points. Actually, within couple of hours, it ended because the redemption limit reached. So a lot of people tried it as quickly as possible. Did you get 110 CP from this event, or did you fail to do so? Let me know in the comment section. That was actually fun. They should really do this more often. Let's talk about the big news. Data miners believe the next melee weapon will presumably be Sai. There are 3 reasons why they think so. The first one is that in the new season, we are expecting a melee weapon from Call of Duty called War. And from the list of melee weapons, there are only hammer, sickle, Sai and ballistic knife. The second reason is that in next season, we will have a Japanese theme, and obviously we're gonna get legendary Hidora Kai, who is also Japanese. With him, we're gonna get a legendary version of the secondary weapon. So logically, a Japanese character will not come out with a hammer, a sickle or a ballistic knife, because a ballistic knife has a special knife shooting mechanic. So the only one that is left is Sai. So there's a high chance of we getting Sai as the next melee weapon.